Big Blue, stop right now. MetLife Stadium just exploded with breaking news, and one stat line is already sending shockwaves across the division. 72 quarterback pressures. A second-year edge rusher just turned the best tackle in football into a swinging door. Super Bowl champion John Harbaugh is completely rewiring the culture from top to bottom, and a 9-year NFL legend just hit the open market with New York named as his primary destination. Insiders whispered about this shift last night, and here is your quick payoff. That 72 pressure mark isn't just a number, it's the exact metric predicting a 20-sack explosion this season. If you bleed Big Blue more than you despise the Eagles, smash like and subscribe right now. We start with the training camp destruction that has East Rutherford shaking. Stay locked, there's a double cliffhanger at the end. Whispers turned into absolute chaos on the practice field today. The coaching staff stood in utter silence while the offensive unit looked around in complete disbelief. The identity everyone is asking about? Abdul Carter, and the entire building already knows he is transforming into a terrifying force. The second-year pass rusher showed up to day 2 of training camp and produced a session so dominant that calling him unblockable feels like an absolute understatement. Carter did not just win standard reps against third stringers or backup linemen. He lined up directly across from Andrew Thomas, who was freshly ranked by Pro Football Focus as the 7th best offensive tackle in the entire National Football League entering 2026, and treated one of the league's top pass protectors like a total turnstile. Carter recorded 3 would-be sacks in team drills alone, exploding past elite edge protection with a lethal combination of relentless power and explosive first-step speed. If you watched his rookie campaign in East Rutherford, you know how wild this turnaround actually is for Big Blue. Last season was defined by extreme frustration and unrealized potential. Carter finished his rookie stat sheet with just 4.0 official sacks, but the deeper metric revealed his true terrifying ceiling. 72 quarterback pressures. He was constantly a split second away from wrecking games, yet off-field maturity issues threatened to completely derail his professional career. Interim head coach Mike Kafka had to execute tough love, benching the young star twice for missing mandatory team meetings and sleeping through early morning practices. That wake-up call completely altered his trajectory. Carter got the message, locked in, and finished his rookie campaign on an absolute tear, securing 3.5 of his 4 sacks in the final 5 weeks of the year. General manager Joe Schoen and former head coach Brian Daboll drafted him with top 3 pick pedigree, and now that freakish potential is translating into elite production. Carter spent the entire 2026 offseason working on his refined hand technique rather than relying solely on raw collegiate athleticism. Defensive standout Brian Burns publicly praised his newfound work ethic, while Thomas conceded in post-practice press conferences that their daily battles are forging something special. Safety Jevon Holland also added that Carter's second year is set for historic heights. This sudden physical leap changes the structural foundation of the defense for the entire 2026 season. Opposing offensive coordinators can no longer slide protection schemes exclusively toward Brian Burns without guaranteeing Carter a completely clean runway straight to the quarterback. Having twin edge rushers who command double teams forces rival signal callers into quick, panicked decisions, creating golden turnover opportunities for the entire secondary. Do you believe Carter will break the single-season franchise sack record this year? Or will opposing offenses manage to contain him with heavy tight end chips? Drop your exact number prediction in the comments right now. If you believe Carter is about to turn into the most feared edge rusher in the NFC East, smash that like button right now and let Eagles and Cowboys fans know that MetLife Stadium is a fortress. As massive as Carter's explosive emergence is for the front 7, the tactical overhaul happening behind the scenes is even more radical. Because while the defense builds a terrifying pass rush, new head coach John Harbaugh is quietly weaponizing a forgotten phase of the game that most franchises ignore. A complete roster reconstruction is underway in East Rutherford, and the next story will show you how an underrated unit is about to flip the division upside down. A quiet room, a strategic whiteboard, a legendary head coach fixing a flaw that crippled this franchise for years. The identity driving this hidden revolution? John Harbaugh, and he is turning a roster afterthought into an absolute lethal weapon. Now that the 63-year-old Super Bowl winner is steering the ship for the New York Giants, the culture shift in East Rutherford is happening at breakneck speed. While most analysts focus on quarterback play and wide receiver depth, Harbaugh is focusing heavily on a phase of football he knows better than almost anyone on the planet: special teams. Before leading Baltimore to years of consistent success, Harbaugh spent 8 full seasons as the special teams coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles. He understands with absolute mathematical precision how hidden yardage and field position completely alter game momentum. Last season, the Giants fielded one of the single worst special teams units in the entire NFL, failing in coverage lanes and struggling to generate field-altering return plays. Harbaugh immediately addressed this weakness by bringing over trusted special teams coordinator Chris Horton, but his philosophy extends far beyond coaching appointments. In a direct interview with team insider Dan Salamone, Harbaugh made his standard crystal clear, stating that he has never met a great football player who did not want to play special teams, calling it the literal epitome of football. He invoked the names of Hall of Fame safeties Brian Dawkins and Ed Reed, legends he coached who actively demanded special teams snaps, to prove that elite players do the dirty work. Harbaugh is purging the roster of passive players and replacing them with relentless competitors willing to block, tackle, and sprint. Big Blue executed a complete overhaul of the specialist group, signing veteran Baltimore Ravens punter Jordan Stout to flip field position and locking in elite undrafted rookie kicker Dominic Zvada. Meanwhile, the return game is heating up as electric defender Deonte Banks faces fierce competition from veteran Braxton Berrios during training camp drills. Harbaugh has completely eliminated the dangerous notion that starting players are too valuable for special teams duty. For bubble roster candidates, excelling on special teams under Harbaugh is now the single fastest pathway to earning a permanent roster spot in 2026. This philosophical evolution brings back memories of the championship era under Tom Coughlin, where disciplined special teams units consistently sealed tightly contested victories. By guaranteeing elite field position and executing flawless coverage schemes, the Giants will regularly give their offense shorter fields while forcing opposing offenses to drive 80 yards against a fierce defense. Will Harbaugh's heavy emphasis on special teams yield at least 3 extra victories this season, or will injuries force starters out of Phase 3 play? Leave your thoughts in the comment section right now. If you respect Coach Harbaugh bringing real championship grit back to Big Blue, hit that like button right now and show the league that New York is built on discipline. While fixing special teams gives the Giants a massive operational edge, an unexpected roster bombshell just hit the wire that could elevate the offense to unprecedented heights. A versatile veteran star has officially severed ties with his longtime team, and John Harbaugh is eyeing the ultimate offensive chess piece. The final story reveals a high-stakes gamble that could break defensive coordinators across the entire league. 9 years in one city. A sudden, tearful farewell. A contract officially terminated on Wednesday morning that left an entire fan base in absolute shock. The name dominating headlines across the league? Taysom Hill. And the front office is preparing an unexpected move to land him right now. The soon-to-be 36-year-old playmaker, famously known as the Mormon Missile, officially cut ties with the New Orleans Saints after nearly a decade of electrifying performances in the Big Easy. Hill posted an emotional farewell message to Who Dat Nation on social media, officially ending his iconic chapter down south. But as one door closes in Louisiana, a golden opportunity opens in New York. Listed officially as a quarterback, Hill is the ultimate Swiss Army knife in modern football history. Throughout his career, he has lined up at quarterback, running back, fullback, tight end, and wide receiver, while also dominating on special teams as a gunner, kick returner, and punt protection specialist. For a head coach like John Harbaugh, who craves positional versatility above all else, Hill is the dream free agent target. Bringing Hill into training camp represents a masterstroke of roster construction. Adding Hill effectively gives the team 58 active players on a standard 53-man roster because he can seamlessly execute roles across 5 distinct position groups. His career statistics demonstrate incredible production in every phase of the game. 2,426 passing yards with 12 touchdowns, 2,551 rushing yards with 34 touchdowns at 5.2 yards per carry, and 1,034 receiving yards with 11 touchdowns. Furthermore, he possesses 20 career special teams tackles, a forced fumble, and a tackle for loss. Imagine a short yardage red zone package where out of the huddle walk Taysom Hill, Jackson Dart, Patrick Ricard, Cam Scatterbo, Isaiah Likely, and Theo Johnson. Defenses would be forced to prepare for wildcat runs, power sweeps, play-action passes, or heavy tight end sets without any time to substitute. Beyond his physical versatility, Hill acts as an extended tactical coach on the field, mentoring young offensive talent and executing Harbaugh's special teams demands flawlessly. Taking a low-risk gamble on Hill during training camp gives New York an unpredictable offensive edge that divisional opponents simply cannot prepare for. If general manager Joe Schoen completes this signing, the Giants will possess the most unscoutable red zone package in the entire NFC East. Opposing defensive coordinators will waste countless hours trying to align against multiple dual-threat alignments, leaving traditional targets wide open downfield. Do you want to see Taysom Hill taking snaps in wildcat formations at MetLife Stadium? Or should the front office save that roster spot for a pure wide receiver? Voice your opinion in the comments right now. If you want to see Taysom Hill wearing big blue and destroying rival defenses this season, smash that like button and let the NFC East know that New York is playing chess. With training camp intensifying and roster battles reaching a boiling point, the entire league is watching how these three major moves coalesce. But before the first kickoff of the season, two massive developments are unfolding in the background. The next section brings everything together with an explosive final conclusion. Three explosive developments, one clear mission. The unstoppable emergence of Abdul Carter gives the defense a game-wrecking pass rusher, John Harbaugh's special teams overhaul restores championship discipline, and the potential addition of Taysom Hill creates unmatched offensive versatility. The New York Giants are no longer rebuilding in the shadows. Big Blue is actively constructing a powerhouse capable of conquering the division. The NFC East landscape is shifting violently. If New York executes on these tactical pillars, Philadelphia's dominance will be challenged, Dallas will struggle with physical matchups, and Washington will falter against this revamped front seven. The path to division supremacy runs directly through MetLife Stadium, provided this roster maintains health and embraces Harbaugh's tough culture. Here is what you need to do right now. First, smash that like button if you believe Big Blue is returning to the playoffs in 2026. Second, comment your exact regular season win total prediction below. Third, subscribe to the channel immediately to ensure rival fans do not own the conversation. Listen carefully because two massive twists remain. Insiders report that a surprise contract extension for a key defensive leader is currently stalling, with pen yet to hit paper before camp ends. Meanwhile, the Philadelphia Eagles just cleared significant salary cap space and are actively pursuing the exact same explosive free agent target. Which team lands the final prize? Stay locked because the next update drops soon.